Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Alexandru. On this channel you will find 1. Quality news, 2. Animals, reptiles, snakes, plus other short clips 3. Business and economy, 4. Moments of relaxation, wonderful places in the world, 5. Cryptocurrencies and everything about cryptocurrencies, 6. News vertical bar information about cryptocurrencies plus methods of making money online on the net, and a new podcast visible on my YouTube channel at Alexandru. 7. Culinary networks and traditional foods from various countries. In today's clip we will talk about Mexico. Everything you need to know about Mexico. What we need to know about Mexico. Area of Mexico. Mexico in Spanish, is a federal republic located in North America, which is bordered to the west by the Pacific Ocean, to the east by the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico, to the north by the United States of America, and to the south of Guatemala and Belize. It also has maritime borders with Cuba and Honduras. Geographically, Mexico belongs to North America, but ethnologically speaking, this state belongs to Latin America. The official name of the country is the United States of Mexico, in Estados Unidos Mexicanos in Spanish, being divided into 31 states plus the federal district. It covers a total area of 1,972,550 square kilometers, being almost 4 times larger than Spain and about 3 times larger than the American state of Texas. It is the third largest nation in the region, after Brazil and Argentina. Population of Mexico. The country's population is 128,932,753. As of 2020, making Mexico the second largest country in the region, after Brazil, and the most populous Spanish-speaking country in the world. In addition, 70% of Mexicans live in urban areas. The country's flag, El Tricolor, consists of 3 equal areas, in the colors green, hope, white, unity, and red, blood of heroes, and has the coat of arms, in the middle depicting a golden eagle, a snake and a cactus. Although their meaning has changed over time, the colors have remained the same since their adoption at the end of Mexico's War of Independence from Spain. Ciudad de Mexico, the largest city in Mexico. The largest city in the country is Ciudad de Mexico, nicknamed La Ciudad de los Palacios, the City of Palaces. It was built on the site of an ancient lake that over time covered the ruins of the former capital of the Aztec Empire, Tenochtitlan, which was destroyed by the Spanish conquistadors in 1521. Located at an altitude of 2,250 meters, Ciudad de Mexico, or Mexico City, is the largest capital in the Americas, and one of the busiest metropolises in the world. According to the latest estimates, cited by nationsonline.org, the population of the capital and metropolitan area totals 18 million souls, the largest concentration of inhabitants in the Western Hemisphere. The legend of the Popocatépetl volcano. The ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations existed here many years before these territories were conquered by the Spanish conquistadors, and left behind temples and pyramids, as well as calendar systems, mathematics and impressive astronomical studies. Home to advanced Amerindian civilizations, Mexico was under Spanish rule for 3 centuries before gaining independence at the beginning of the 19th century, on September 16, 1810 to be exact. A wide variety of ethnic groups live in Mexico, he writes. Mexican mestizos, an term used for racial classification referring to a person of mixed European and Native American ancestry, are the largest group at approximately 62%. Next are the predominant Amerindians, 21%, Amerindians, indigenous American populations, 7%, and Mexicans of European origin, 9%. From a cultural point of view, until 2011, no less than 34 objectives from this country were included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. In 2008, the celebration, Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, was included by UNESCO in the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. Mexico is one of the most visited countries on the planet, boasting a lot of things that make it one of the most popular vacation destinations in the world, one that is as exciting as it is challenging. We mean here the mystery of the ancient Mesoamerican civilizations, the enchanting colonial cities, the arid deserts and mangrove lagoons, the famous fine white sand beaches, the famous tequila drink, the sombrero hats matched with the famous wool ponchos, the mariachi music, and last but not least the extraordinary cuisine and the hospitality of the inhabitants. According to an old Aztec legend, Popocatépetl, or El Popo, the most famous active volcano in the region, was actually a soldier in the service of the king. He was in love with a beautiful princess, who committed suicide believing her lover dead on the battlefield. Legend has it that, having returned victorious from the war, He placed the lifeless body of the princess on a mountain and watches over her, with a smoking torch. 20 lesser-known things about Mexico. In the following we will present you a series of lesser-known things about Mexico, a country that stands out for its history, culture, people and facts. Traditional Mexican dishes, tortilla, taco, burrito, chili, etc., are based on beans, corn, hot peppers, tomatoes, meat and cheese. Not long ago, Mexican dishes were classified by UNESCO as an irreplaceable part of the cultural heritage of humanity. The Spanish spoken in Mexico is not the same as that spoken in other Hispanic countries. For example, in Mexico, torta does not mean cake, but sandwich, while soap does not mean soup, but is the so-called Mexican pizza, a dish similar to the famous Italian pizza, writes AnnaEverywhere.com. Mexican citizens make up the largest portion of the population that was born and lives in a foreign country, namely the U.S. In contrast, American citizens make up the largest immigrant group in Mexico, with more than 850,000 Americans living in the land of the Aztecs. The capital city of Mexico City is built on the site of an ancient lake, and as a result sinks every year by 15 to 20 centimeters, a process that has not yet been stopped. Frida Kahlo was a Mexican painter, who became famous especially for her self-portraits made in a surrealist style. Her image is synonymous with the Mexican color palette, inclined towards consumerism, and an socio-economic order that encourages the purchase of goods and services in ever greater quantities. The crown of multicolored flowers and the eyebrows united into one are already Frida's registered minimalistic trademarks. Mexican music is played on the guitar, and mariachi are the famous bands, where there are 2 violins, trumpets and guitars each, and a guitran. The latter is a traditional Mexican guitar that is larger, compared to the traditional one. Despite the stereotype that Mexican women are constantly abused, they are actually quite protected and privileged. In Mexico City, there are buses intended for women only, while in the subway, there are special sections dedicated exclusively to them. AnnaEverywhere.com also states, the first printing press in North America was used in Mexico City in 1539 at the Casa de la Primera Imprenta de America, long before it was used in the U.S. Cinco de Mayo is a holiday commemorating the victory of the Mexican army, led by General Ignacio Zaragoza Seguin against the French invasion, at the Battle of Puebla, May 5, 1862. It is celebrated only in the Mexican state of Puebla and by Mexican immigrants to the U.S. Mexico's National Day is celebrated on September 16. Mexico has the oldest university in North America. It is about the National Autonomous University, UNAM, which was founded by Charles V of Spain, in 1551, 85 years before Harvard University in Cambridge, USA. Guillermo González Camarón was a Mexican inventor originally from the city of Randas. When he was only 17 years old, he created the chromoscopic adapter for television equipment, an early color TV transmission system. Camarón achieved this during World War II, and the first official color transmission took place in 1946. Like other pre-Columbian civilizations, in Mexico corn is a sacred plant, which is protected by the Aztec god Centeotl. The oldest corn seeds were discovered here, and Paxil is also located here, the place where Tepu and Gucumatz, and in Adam and Eve in the Aztec version, found the white and yellow cobs. Today, there are 59 varieties of corn in Mexico. A local legend says that the Italian-American restaurateur Cesar Cardini invented the famous salad that bears his name in 1924 in Tijuana. According to the cited source, Cardini owned a restaurant in the well-known tourist resort of the Mexican state of Baja California with which, according to his words, he attracted Americans frustrated by prohibition. Actor Manuel Antonio Rodolfo Quinn Oaxaca, who became famous as Anthony Quinn, was the first Mexican to win an Oscar. He won 4 statuettes, 2 each for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor respectively. Chocolate and popcorn originated in Mexico. Hot chocolate was considered the drink of the gods, while popcorn was made in hot clay pots and called mamacli. Children in Mexico receive gifts, both at Christmas and on January the 6th, Three Kings Day, a very important holiday in this country. Every year, millions of monarch butterflies migrate from the northern U.S. to the pine forests of the Michoacan region of central Mexico. They fly over 4,000 kilometers, needing about 8 weeks to reach Mexico. There are over 50 species of hummingbirds in Mexico, while the Chihuahua dog breed is also native to this country, and was named after a Mexican state. In Mexico there is the smallest volcano in the world, which is called Cuxcamate. It is located in the city of Puebla and is actually a former geyser. Inside there is a staircase which is why it can be visited. Dia de los Muertos is one of the most important holidays in this country. Mexicans dress up in costumes imitating skeletons, and participate in parades, festivals and parties from dawn to dusk. Orange blossoms, bread of the dead. Drinks and sugar skulls are offered and candles are lit for each soul remembered. YouTube channel at Alexandru. Thank you for watching this video clip to the end. I hope it was a video clip from which you learned something. Understand, if you like this video clip, don't forget ***** subscribe, give a like, a share on social networks, so your friends know cut this clip.